welcome to Aesthetically Pleasing Podcast. I'm your host, Deshawn. All my social medias is ___ Wizard Kelly. These are my lovely cast members today. If you guys can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Keandra. Please follow me on Instagram at Kiwi Rope. I am private, but feel free to request me.
Hi, my name is Tati. My Instagram is Tatian_A.
Hey, I'm Mulan. You could find me on Instagram at Mulan_Celestino, as well as TikTok, MulanC_, and Facebook, Mulan_Celestino.
Hey you guys, my name is Donica. My Instagram name is The Original Pollyanna.
Okay, so in this episode, we're going to have a different segment. So what's going to happen is we're going to talk about the TV show Insecure. So I have a plethora of questions that I'm going to dissect each character by, and I'm going to ask everybody a question. So everybody get it? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So first we're going to start off with Molly. So do you guys feel like Black women are too independent when it comes to dating?
Anybody want to take the floor?
I think that depends on the man you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for some men, you may be intimidating, and then for what they call simps, you may be everything. Mm-hmm. So I think it depends on the man, but I think as Black women, we do have like that upper hand when it comes to independence because, you know, we've had to fight for so much on our own. And so by the time the man comes, we're like, thank you for coming, but I don't really need you type of thing. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
I feel like in the show, Molly was very much really independent. I don't think she knew how to submit to a man up until I think she tried to submit to what was the Asian boyfriend? Asian bae? I can't remember his name.
We know who he is.
Yeah. But up until she tried to submit to him, but I feel like by then it was just too late. She was just all stuck in her ways. So I feel like we as Black women have like this stigma of being too independent. I've been victim to that. I felt like I've been too independent, but also I had to find a man who I can submit to because I'm just not going to submit to just any man. So I feel like if I find a man who knows how to lead, I can submit to him. But I feel like men need to understand that they need to also submit too. I can let you be a man as long as you let me be a woman.
Exactly.
So.
But there's some females that be afraid to ask for help because they're so independent. And those type of females that lack, asking, it affects females like myself that beg. Because I need the help. I need you to assist me with my bills. I need you to assist me mentally, and I need you to assist me physically, spiritually, and financially. But there's some women that's so independent, they feel as if they don't need a nigga. No, you need him. You definitely can't make kids by yourself.
So that's kind of difficult because I'm more of the independent. That's just how I was raised. I've been taught that basically with someone taking care of you financially, it comes power. So if I submit to you in that manner, I would have to like be able to trust you with that type of power to be able to take care of me or, like provide, or else I'll provide for myself. So I don't have to deal with certain things. I could just, hey baby, you gotta go. Hey baby, listen, that's it. And not have a loss.
Granted, like for me, I was raised to be independent. When I was in high school, I was working 2 jobs. And, I always found myself like paying all my bills. And when that guy came along, I felt as if, I don't need you. And even now, I work a lot of overtime hours. But my boyfriend, whatever I need, I'm still going to ask. Because I don't want him to ever feel comfortable enough as if I don't need him. Yeah, I pay my own bills, but baby, if I don't feel like paying my rent that day or that month, I'm going to ask you. Because the moment we make a nigga feel comfortable, he's going to get complacent.
True. Yeah.
That's how it feels.
And that's sometimes what I go through, or in the past, or whatever the case may be, because that does come with that. But it's so hard. I don't know how I'm gonna break out of it. I've been working on it, but it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It once you become that person of being independent and not asking, it becomes weird to ask. It's like, I don't want you to feel like I'm this broke ass girl, like this beggar. You give us it's more of a mind thing after a while. So,
but then, like they say, how would a man know if you don't ask? How would a man know if you don't tell?
You have not because you ask not.
Come on.
But I can agree with her though, because it's been times I have a boyfriend, but I still feel like I gotta figure it out because I don't want to be labeled as that. Yeah. Like I because the word need is very strong. Yeah. So it's like if I say I need a man, people gonna look at me crazy. But it's like I need him as in like he's my person. He does stuff for me, like that type of need. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die if I ain't got him type of thing. Right. So yeah. So what do y'all think? On the show, Molly was saying that she said if I sleep with him on the first night, it's too early. If I sleep with him, like if I wait to sleep with him, he's not interested no more. So she feels like there's no like it's nothing. Like when it comes to men, like she feel like she'd be doing the wrong thing. Like the men just don't stick around. So do y'all sleep with anybody? Have y'all ever slept with somebody on the first night?
Well, personally, I feel like just Molly had that perception in general. Like I feel like because she was very stuck in her ways and very like, this is how things go, and if it doesn't go that way, it's over. She would never see anything outside of black and white. And that's why she categorized it like that. And that's why also her friendship struggled, because she would never allow people to be themselves so that she can act accordingly. She wanted things to go a certain way, and if they didn't, that's it. And I feel like that's how she kind of like ruined the show in a way. I'm not a Molly fan at all.
Nobody's a Molly fan.
No, there's a lot of people that like just like the show Girlfriends. There's a lot of people that hate Joan. A lot of people that kind of relate their characters. I'm like, no, Molly was totally. She was a control freak, and if things did not go her way, she was gonna find any excuse possible to blame it on. Like, this is why I don't trust people. This is why I don't have this, and it's like.
See, but that also goes into her independence as well. Like maybe it's the way she was raised or brought up that may have affected the way she feels like she has to control now. Like she's an adult now, so she has to control her life in the way she wants it to go.
Yeah.
As far as dating though, I don't think she understood that just because you can hold your own, that makes you a good wife. Like you could be independent but not a good wife. And I think where she went wrong is she approached every man as a potential husband without realizing dating is data collection until you prove yourself to make it to that boyfriend step.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think she just went wrong with like having too many expectations so early on. It's like,
especially when she didn't match those expectations. It was like, how do you want all of this from this partner and this person? You want them all to meet your standards, but what standards are you meeting for them? It was like she had zero type of emotional connection because she was so focused on, okay, you got to match this, you got to have this, and it's like, when are you actually gonna love? When are you actually gonna fall for a person? If you need to be that secure, of course dating is gonna be difficult, because how are you gonna know that until you get to know a person?
Right.
But to answer the question, as far as
the first night,
in my opinion, the internet, please don't kill me. But I think it just depends on the vibe you guys have. Yeah, because I wouldn't say go around just having sex with guys on the first night, but I've been in a relationship that we end up being sexually active very quickly. I wouldn't say the first night, but very quickly. And that lasted about 6 to 7 years. As opposed to someone I made wait for about, I want to say almost 2 years. And after we did it, we never spoke again because it's like, it just wasn't that.
Why we do that as women? Like we make the ones who really like wait, but the niggas that's like you don't really like
her. So weird. I have like a rule. I have a 2-guy year rule.
Yeah.
So if I sleep with 2 guys within a year, I gotta start over the next year. So let's just say I sleep with somebody in January, it didn't work out, and I sleep with somebody in March, it didn't work out. Now I gotta wait till January of 2024 to recycle.
You don't want nobody.
No nobody.
No, that is real. That is me. I can't go over a limit. I have a limit per year because it's just like, come on, bro. You can't.
Exactly.
You can't keep disposing men. None of them are worth anything nowadays. So what are you gonna do? Just keep sleeping through them? No. Honestly, that's how I stay in a lot of relationships.
Because I'm
going back. I was just gonna say I go back, and now we're back in love. That's fine.
You saying you doubling back?
If like push gonna shove, if I'm really itching, if like I'm really scratching my back, I'll probably double back on somebody, but I'm not gonna need nobody.
And what were you saying?
I feel like I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I don't put myself into that like, oh, I should sleep with this dude, or I shouldn't because it's most of the time, a lot of them show qualities early on why I shouldn't do that. So I don't limit myself, because men are not limiting themselves. They're gonna sleep with every single person. It doesn't mean I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm a lot more responsible with who I'm even having that conversation with, because you know, it is very scarce out here to find somebody that's, you know, healthy and are not doing stuff that is gonna, you know, damage their health, your health, when you are sexually active. So I feel like whenever you feel the vibe is right, the vibe is right. But I don't try to take it as seriously, because then it's like, oh, I'm beating myself up because I had sex with this dude and he didn't deserve it. Or I had sex with this person and it wasn't worth it. Oh well, like life goes on. Like it's that's just a part of our lives. And the quicker we be like, okay, just like how these men do, the quicker it is to keep moving on. Like it's nothing.
Honestly, I think we have that mindset based off of our peers, like how we were raised around, like our friends or social media. We're tuned to the world, because if you really want to think about it, people really don't, like, I didn't hear our grandma or aunts or aunties talking about like worrying about that type of stuff. I think that's something that was pushed on us that makes us feel away, which also has an effect on our relationships now. Like we are really our problem. We really
The only thing I have to add about the sex piece, I've never slept with anybody on the first night, but I think as women, we have to take our power back from men. Like, if we're going to have sex with somebody on the first night or a year later, let's make our decision based off what we want to do, regardless of how he feels. Like, let's start doing stuff for us. Because I feel like this sex thing revolves around men. That's just my personal take. Yes, women have desires, needs, but it's like, oh, well, he gonna leave if I don't give it to him in 3 months. Like, it's always revolved around men. Which is why, going back to the independent question, like, we have to learn how to be independent with or without a man. Because we are our own person aside from them. So that's my 2 cents.
I don't know. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I done got one or 2 times. So it's like, if I sleep with somebody, it gotta make sense. It gotta show for it.
What do you mean got?
I done slept with somebody, he wasn't worth it, and then he went on by his business. I had nothing to show for it.
Yeah, but sometimes that happens. I feel like if we give ourselves grace and understand, like, that doesn't change anything about us. It literally doesn't. Okay, cool. Because at the end of the day, he is not thinking of it like that. He goes about his business. He may still think about you, just doesn't have access to you anymore. But either way, going about it, it is what it is. Like, okay, dang, okay, that was an L if you want to consider it an L, but child.
See, but sometimes it's a harder L to take when, like she say, we have a certain amount of people we want to deal with per year. So it's like, bro, I really just wasted my body on you.
And now I gotta wait the whole
time. And now try to give yourself that limit, because I feel like you should never have, like, regretful moments. Like, if you regret it that bad, then it's something that's going to keep bothering you until you get to the bottom of it. And really
now I got to go back and get something from you, whether it's money. Exactly.
So I'll just be better at that.
Now I'm going to text you and pretend like I just love you so much. You're going to be some type of value to me until I feel like I've received some type of, I don't know, like
reimbursement.
I need a reimbursement.
But what if that doesn't happen?
No, it's going to happen, because come on, like, I know who I am. I know what I bring. You wanted me.
But if a person walks away and minds their business, how much time is it going to take for you to prove to them?
Come on, let's be honest. Guys don't walk away.
Yes, they do. They do.
I haven't had that experience. They really don't walk away. They may do that for attention. I feel like that'd be a purpose. They may walk away to go deal with some person, and then they're always going to come back. I don't care what nobody say. Don't ever think that man is in place.
Sis, you got a snapper, that's what you're saying? All niggas come back, that's what you're saying?
Okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Ooh.
So, I personally feel like whatever you choose to do with your body is what you choose to do with your body. So, if you want to sleep, like Jada would have said, she wanted to figure out what that thing was that night.
That's true.
Because what if you wait and it's trash?
And it's trash.
I'm just going to deal with it until...
would be the problem. They're either not a good person when you wait, and then it makes you feel like, ew, why'd I do that?
Yeah.
Or if you give it to them quick, sometimes they'll be like, oh, you are still a terrible person. So it's really like it don't be. I feel like you just have to have a balance. That's why all of that. Oh, I'm worry about. I don't care about none of these niggas. Like, look, if I want you in that way, then that's how I'm gonna handle you. Because I'm not thinking of, we get married in 10 years. No, that's not my mindset. But when it's for someone that I am attracted to and I want to build with, I may think differently. But if I'm just trying to get some, like he trying to get some, what's up? Let's make an appointment.
Okay,
like,
I have a question. Let's just say y'all was dealing with somebody, and it was just like a fling. And let's just say you and your homegirl, y'all go out, and you run into this fling, and he whispering in like, "Put me down with your homegirl." How would you feel?
You be like, nigga, go talk to my homegirl. Like, they don't got shit to do with me. If that's
seriously,
you wouldn't feel no type of way.
Because think about it, he's doing that for a reaction. He's not doing it. He don't want your homegirl. He's literally.
You'll be surprised.
He can watch, but again, what do you want me to go all out and do all of this for? What? He's gonna get the reaction, and he's gonna be like, okay, job's done. At the end of the day, he probably genuinely don't want your homegirl. It's happened to me on multiple occasions, and I just be like, okay, why are you talking to me about it? Why don't you talk directly to her? That's the joke.
Trifling people.
I'm just saying. Because if you really wanted her, you would talk straight to her.
Listen, if you're doing it for a reaction, you won because you are getting a reaction. You're gonna think about the next time you ask someone else to talk to their friend because. No, it's a line. I feel like at the end of the day, even if we don't have that type of understanding of a relationship, it's boundaries and it's respect, and you're going to respect me. If you feel like you wanted my friend, you better go do it behind my back, and y'all figure that out on your own. But the fact that you can't, that's where you cross the line. You came to me. I feel like you're trying to interrupt my peace.
Yeah, but then it's like you can't allow them. If that's the case, if you really want to take it there, I'm very petty. Oh, you want to talk to my homegirl? That's fine. When you go to your dad's house next week and I'm watching a game with him in his shirts, then it's gonna be a problem.
No.
Think about it.
Is it a Dolphins shirt? Is it a Dolphins shirt? A Dolphins or Ravens?
Ravens, because the Dolphins are good.
Okay, that doesn't matter, right? Okay.
But either way, I just feel like I could never give a man that much power. You want to talk to my homegirl? Do it. Do it. Why she do it? There's a reason why she ain't talk to you first. Go ahead, embarrass yourself right now. Do it.
Don't tell me. Just don't tell me.
Like, to piggyback off of her, granted, niggas gonna do what they want to do, or they just testing you, but it's a level of respect. Don't ask me no F stuff like that.
Especially when I could do it to you. Like, we could all be disrespectful. Let's open the door. If that's what we're doing, then let's do it.
I don't talk about it. I'll be like, oh.
No, but don't be the first one to do it.
No, of course not. But I'm just saying, once you feel like
rude.
That boundary is
crossed, seriously.
now all cards off the table. Like, oh, now. Perfect.
I would have thrown my drink in his face.
But y'all expectations are too high.
Exactly. Men are shitty as fuck.
I mean, granted, niggas ain't shit, but damn.
Respect you.
They don't matter.
Correct, but see, that's why you set. For me, I set a boundary right then, and like from the beginning to where his mind wouldn't even have thought to ask me nothing like that, especially in no public. We're not joking. I'm not laughing with you.
Some men know who to play with.
They know how far to go. Like, don't get me wrong. I may play and we could laugh about certain things, but as far as coming to me asking me about my friends, now that's not funny. Because you're not. It's like a friend that's coming to you telling you a joke like a sneak dish joke. That's how I feel about it. Because why would you bring that to me if you didn't really like her?
Right.
See, now I feel
because of a reaction. That's how I take it. I'm like,
he may really want her. See, in your mind, he probably don't. He
go after her. He telling me
he just want to see your reaction, and he wants you to go tell your friend. So now your friend knows, so he could see how your friend really feel about it. That's for. Guys, they play a lot of
It's all fun and games until you go talk to his homeboy.
Exactly.
Now it's a big thing.
That's why I like to make sure if you're disrespectful out front, this is gonna be a great case study. Thank you so much. We finna get shit popping. Like, I like the plot sometimes. If you want to play stupid, I could play dumb, real dumb, real goofy. Like, oh, I didn't know that was your cousin. Like, I like to get into it, but let me not say I like to do that. Sorry, internet. I don't like to upset men. But it's just whenever you feel that a boundary is disrespected and you want to get a reaction out of me, let's both get a reaction. Let's both test each other's boundaries. Because if it's going to be like that, then it's going to be like that. You've already disrespected me. You've shown me who you are. Thank you so much. Watch this.